Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. It's great to have you here. I hope you're doing well. I am really happy to be here and excited, and I just want to put out a special, deep, heartfelt thank you for the returning viewers, for the new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. If the new people, if you're new, welcome. This is an all-inclusive channel. It's directed to everyone and all light workers and healers and spirit seekers, new, matured, whatever the terminology you want to use. You're all welcome, and I greatly appreciate you being here. It means a lot. And I'm doing my son's love series, and today I'm picking the two signs which have already been rolled and I'm excited about, and that's with the two sun signs of Leo and Taurus. Amazing, strong connections. Now I have a little bit of a personal interest in that because my mother, God rest her soul, and my stepfather were those two signs, and it lasted a very long time. And then I see it all the time. I have through many years of study. And so what I'd like to do, if you're new, is the format is to kind of talk a little bit about each sun sign. It's strictly the sun sign, and that's a very important part for me to say to you, because the sun sign represents the personality, the day and month we're born. So we're each given a month's sun season where the whole world tends to feel that specific energy of that element and those characteristics. And then I kind of talk about why I believe that they're good for each other, because I don't want to go on the other side. I go positive, uplifting. And obviously there's something right, because if you're watching this because you're in a connection, whether it be love or friendship or work partner, and it's good, you're wanting to know even more, which is beautiful, because you can't really learn enough in astrology. It is something that has kept me continuously wanting to learn more about, and you just do. You just keep unfolding more and more and more. So as general as this is, I hope that'll bring you some more clarity and understanding and, just confirmation. So we'll start with Taurus. I've done about 2 other love sun sign readings for Taurus. So if you happen to be a Taurus and you've already heard all this, I try to add a little bit of something new, but you can always fast forward, because I do end with a beautiful reading with the tarot and oracle energies and intuitions and my spirit guide information that comes through for you specifically as a couple, or your love connection. And it is today's June 19th 2020 through the remainder of the month, and then onward. And I'll explain why I think it's even more predominantly going to go with you and continue to be a part of your energy for a while. First and foremost, though, too, I have to always put this out now as a disclaimer. Yesterday was the legitimate Mercury retrograde start. Okay, so the day or so before, and even actually a couple of weeks before and after, you definitely feel the effects. Some strange things happen when Mercury's in retrograde. Specifically, it happens 3, sometimes 4 times a year. It's about communication mishaps. I have sent, emails in the last couple of days. One I sent to the wrong person. I haven't done that since the last one, probably. And, just being aware of what we're speaking about. People maybe aren't really taking the information properly. You have to say it maybe 2 or 3 times, whatever it takes, just to clear up the air and not have somebody misunderstanding you if possible. It's more prone during this time, of course, and it does affect our transportation. You want to be extra careful driving, just being ultra aware. And then it's basically a time with all 6 retrograde planets. It also affects your speech. I wanted to say that first and foremost. With all 6 retrograde planets, it's a time to review and revisit, reevaluate, kind of fine-tune a specific idea or relationship that you're having, going through things that you want to sort out and cleanse and make its optimal self, okay, moving forward. So that'll be July 12th when it moves forward. So I'm going to shuffle as I go along. But with Taurus is an earth element, and it is a grounded, steady, calming energy many times. Yes, even Taurus, they can be reserved and kind of quiet once until you kind of get to know them. And then of course they can be very boisterous and really fun and loving, and just that really kind of natural, comforting feeling that I feel from earth signs in general. And definitely Taurus. Now they are a fixed sign, so they're pretty much set in their ideals. They have their opinions. They're kind of hard to move or waver in that way. So be it, right? Knowing this is already in the step in the right direction, because not to say that they don't change their mind, but I will say that they are a little slower to change their mind. They're not great with changes. They like things staying the way they have been. But once again, they are capable of it. It's a little slower moving for a Taurus to do that. They are ruled by the planet Venus, which is the planet of love and beauty and creativity and art and all the beautiful sensual things, from food to what we wear and the way things feel, and sensually, sexually, and all the beautiful earthly kind of natural things that we have. They also are considered in duality the feminine, because you have a feminine or masculine, but we all have that in us. So it doesn't mean you're specifically feminine, but I would say Tauruses have the ability to connect with that feminine side, which is a more maternal and nurturing type of energy. And so the symbol is that of a bull. And the glyph, they call it in written symbols, is that of a circular, like round circle with two horns, okay, like a Taurus, and that represents the bull, the determination, stubbornness sometimes, but interestingly enough, in mythology from years back, the upper part, which is the horns, also represents a cup, and it represents the incredible natural, divinely guided wealth and material aspects of what happens with so many Tauruses because of their incredible persistence at their jobs, their reliability, their determination. They love luxury, like I said, with Venus being their planet ruling. They are going to do what it takes, and they're going to make sure that step by step, with that incredible patience they have, they are going to get to any goal that they want, and they're going to reap the benefits, because they do consider their success, if you will, in how they live and their material things, basically. But the words for, Taurus in general are definitely, like I said, could be quiet, definitely affectionate, calm, completely dependable. You can depend on a Taurus. If they say they're going to do something for you, it's going to come through, and that's a beautiful feeling. Can't always get that from everyone, right? We all have beautiful parts of our personality that work, and we learn from others, so you can definitely get that from a Taurus. They love nature, they love being outdoors, they love gardens, they love being natural as much as possible, maybe not a lot of makeup. I don't assign a gender to either of these sun signs I'm speaking of today. So yeah, there's just this real reliability and trust and loyalty that, when you have a friend that's a Taurus, you are just going to feel like you can call on them for anything, and they will be there. And they may not be outwardly gregarious, but if you're invited into their home, you're going to have one of the most beautiful parties with the best food and, just really cool friends, I think, because they love everybody. They're not limited to any specifics or any type. They love it all. So that's a beautiful aspect too of Taurus. So then we'll go over to Leo. So you have, like I said, the earth, but then you have Leo, who's fire element, passion, just action, and, just straightforward, gonna make it happen. There's that fiery kind of temperament. There's that nervous almost energy that goes with them. The Leo is ruled by the planet, the sun. And the sun is like the major star, right, of our solar system. So it's that incredible vibrancy, energy, enthusiasm, just passion, determination as well. The Leo is fixed. So once again, like the Taurus, something in common. They have a set idea, they have their ideals, and they don't really waver from that. They can, but it's not as common when you're in a fixed sign. It's just how it works, you know. But they're always, I think, fighting for the better cause, you know, in both circumstances. They do it because they feel like it's the most just and beneficial, I think, for everybody involved, is what their aim is, you know, with both of those signs. So the Leo is the symbol of the lion, which is strength and power and tenacity. And yeah, actually the written glyph for them symbol is it looks like a mane, and you know, like the hair of a beautiful lion, but it also represents the heart in two. So that happens to be the main predominant part of the body that's ruled by Leo, and that is the heart and the spine, lower back. Leos are going to be and have been through time some of the most passionate people. Passion comes from our heart. It is such a feeling and emotion, you know, and they will stop at nothing, particularly when it comes to relationships. Leos do like to be center of attention. They absolutely do like to lead. They like to speak. They like to be heard. They like to be admired. They have great pride. They have great nobility, as a lion does, you know, it's king of the forest, right? So there's that incredible strength. And so the words would be with the lion is fierce, strong, loyal, passionate, unwavering, generous. Oh my gosh, so generous. So yeah, you've got these two dynamic A-type personalities, right, that are very easily able to clash if they chose to not work together, right? But you put that incredible loyalty, persistence into a mix for the better and for the two to work as a team, nothing can stop that. The power is too unyielding. It's unmatched or unparalleled with these two. And I saw it before my own eyes with my upbringing. And if you have a common interest that you're working together with and you have that passion on either side, I feel like the calming energy from Taurus, that's going to be persistent and more, you know, regimented and patient, gives that beautiful energy to Leo that might just want it right away and, you know, maybe impulsively and just like, this is the way it has to be, blowing up, and then of course easily cooling off. And so that helps that temperament in the same way that Leo, with that fiery energy of let's make it happen, you know, kind of helps along the Taurus that may be a little slower in movement or action. So he speeds that up, and that creates that beautiful, you know, synchronistic and complementary energies. So this is a situation where there's so many similar drives and motivations in the fundamental parts of each sign, but it's also about the opposites attracting so that they can fulfill the parts of themselves that each other may not have without each other. So yeah, I love this combination, and I've seen it, like I said, it's not the top, it's not 50%, but it's way up there. And as time has gone on, and they're long lasting because both of them are stubborn, you know, like I'm gonna make this work. And you want that in a relationship, you know, you want the grounded part there, you want the passion. They both are very capable of that, trust me. And it's a beautiful, loving relationship that I'm excited to read about, and hopefully, even if it's new, you're going to be recognizing these things. And when there's respect and love for each other, you can work through anything. It only makes you stronger, you know, that's what I have found. So I am going to right now start the actual reading because I get really excited. As I am shuffling just a little more though, I will explain to you some incredibly powerful influences this month that are unlike other times, and certainly that is what's happening now anyway in real time for all of us. So to add to the mix, we have, like I said, the retrograde season. It's still slowing us down. We're still waiting for answers. We're still unclear of things. You know, finances have been promised, and we're one of millions of people, myself included, waiting. But it will come, and the patience will be there. And I know that the Taurus in this relationship will help to calm the Leo who's thinking, what the heck? You had said this. And, you know, Leo being very earnest and, you know, honest. Both of them very honest, truthful people. They want the truth, you know, they're seeking the truth. And they're very forthcoming as far as that goes, you know. They speak what they believe, you know, and they may be a little bit, you know, harsh at it at times, I suppose. But I love people that just speak the truth, you know, and not cover or candy coat stuff. But I digress. So in addition to that, we have a 3 eclipse series happening. The first one was in Sagittarius, so that was on June 5th. That was all about opening our eyes to the truth. It was the illumination coming to the forefront, you know, changing the status quo. Sagittarius is about far learning, about teaching, about higher education, about educating ourselves. It thinks of incredible global, not just small community aspects. So it's about changing the world, changing our ideas, breaking away from the status quo, like I said, the norms. It's just not working, and we need to recognize and stand strong about what we want, what we believe in, and speaking our truth about it. So that's what happened with the first eclipse. Now we have the new moon eclipse in Cancer. I think it starts tomorrow in some places and then goes on to the 21st, which is also part of the summer solstice. And the new sun sign starting in Cancer. All 3 of those planetary aspects are happening in Cancer. So that's about our emotions. That's the water element. That's the deepest parts of us, the most compassionate, which Leo and, you know, Taurus have in spades. So they're really going to focus on their love for each other. They're going to bring it to the fullest. They're going to work through situations. New moons means new beginnings. Even if you've been in this relationship for years on end, you could find newness and more inspiration and deeper love connection. If it is about love, it could be about, like I said, with a work partnership, there's this idea that's formulating and it's going to be absolutely happening. New things are opening up in our society. We can feel it, you know, there's that energy, and it's strong and it's beautiful and it's emotional at the same time, because anytime we involve our hearts, that's what's going to happen. So be aware of that and just cry, you know, and make those tears come out. I have. It's just, it feels right because it's a cleansing, and it's actually a cry of joy in a lot of ways. So you can expect that. And the eclipses definitely can bring things in very quickly, or they can end things very quickly. I've had that happen. Speaking of which, I know it's a side note, but I did, after 4 years of my last beautiful companion of 13 and a half years, cat, that I had to put down, I adopted not quite 2 days ago now. It hasn't been 48 hours. A new kitten who has just opened my heart. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show him to you. His name is Eclipse, but I'm going to call him Clipper. And he's a Taurus. So here's to you, Taurus. He's already so affectionate. He just purrs the second that you very, very intelligent, the tiniest little things. So he's napping right now. But I'd love to share him with you, and hopefully he'll be my companion for many, many years to come. But let's do a little bit of the reading here and see, or a lot of it, and see what the energies are specifically for Taurus and Leo combinations for June the remainder of June and onward. So the eclipses do affect our lives for 3 to 6 months afterwards. The information and messages is just why they come in series. The third will be on July 5th, and that'll be the culmination, wrapping up the storyline. And you'll know what that is. So let's get some reading here for you. And, yep. Oh, wow. Fantastic. So fantastic. It's unbelievable at times how the Spirit wants me to share the messages. I'm a conduit for the messages. I love to bring upliftment, of course, and encouragement. And sometimes even when they're challenging readings or symbols or meanings, I take from that's something to be aware of. And when you know that's coming, you're more prepared. So that's a very helpful aspect of reading and the messages. And the first card you have is delay. Now, the first card can be the overall energy, but I'm going to do something really quick here for you. Let's do the bottom one as well. Okay, priest, 5. That's your foundation. I find that very important in every part of our lives, but especially for a reading. This is the foundation for the remainder of the month and today, and this is about the priest. This is about the generally depicted as the sign Taurus. So Taurus, this is your energy. You're coming through very strongly. You're going to hold your ground, which is not a difficult thing for you. You've got the priest, which I believe in other decks is the Hierophant. So it's tradition. It could be ceremonial rites. It could be marriage. There could be definite, strong conversations about marriage between you and your Leo partner. A marriage and a partnership of any kind, not necessarily legitimately or it's doesn't have to be marriage like a partner in romance. It could be a marriage in business, a marriage in friendship. It's a beautiful connection though, and it's divinely guided. So you have some beautiful healing and loving energy for your relationship this month and changes. So the delay, that's the first card. Well, I said the eclipses are going to continue to bring some delays, but it's a time for us to go inward. So take those deep breaths. You've got that patience. You know how it can work together. You can really work together to figure it out. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7 is about working out difficulties. Sometimes difficulties that we are perceiving to be there, but that aren't really there. And knowing that you've got that strength, the two of you together, the delays will be passing because it's been basically showing me the first card is more or less the past, and then we're moving forward. I see this as the 7 of Pentacles, really, and the Pentacles are the earth quality, which is the Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. And it's about really kind of, like I said, reviewing and understanding all the work you've put forth so far and deciding once and for all, do I add the other Pentacles to reach that 10 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate, and then the King of being, completely secure and mature in your decisions, and the wealth has been built up and it's been steady and it's permanent. That's what the Pentacles represent. It's the earth, it's the consistency and the solid permanence to it that I love. So if there's delay in that, it's coming. It's just you have to continue to put that one foot in front of the other. You never want to give up. Not when it's something that means a great deal to you. You just keep seeing the end result, right? And then it'll come to you in divine timing, but it's probably going to happen even sooner than you think, because after the new moon of this new moon eclipse and into July and so forth, businesses and things are all going to be pretty much back, and it's like, whoa, it's going to be kind of a head spin. So this is the time to really kind of just make sure you've got everything and your footing is good, you're feeling safe and grounded, taking some time to be together, alone, away. Get out now, because you may not have that chance. Might be happening really quickly. The next energy you have, the very predominant, is the Queen of Wands. So there you go, Leo. I mean, the Queen doesn't represent any gender. It's about the well, particularly I would say with the Queen, we're entering into the more feminine aspect of ourselves. And that's the maternal, that's the wanting to give, that's the wanting to bring out into the world this incredible idea, this incredible passion. Maybe the two of you want to show everybody, you want to have that marriage that I spoke of with the 5, and you're going to be announcing it to the world. So it's really about showing and yet caring, this deep caring that comes with the Queen. But once again, the fire element. So if it's not you, Leo, it is an Aries or Sagittarius that you may know. And once again, with the full moon, eclipse in Sagittarius that occurred on the 5th, you're really feeling very strongly connected to that. You're feeling this, like I said, truth prevailing and speaking it. And you know you don't have a problem speaking it, either of you. You're going to speak clearly and precisely, though the Mercury retrograde may intervene with that, as it is with me. But it's okay. Just speak it again and again until it is clear, and it will come out. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful energy to work with, though. And it's going to take away that delay. I can promise you that. Because this is about action. It's not about waiting around, This is making it happen, putting it into physical form. And that's gorgeous. So I love it. And then followed by the 3 of Pentacles, once again, the earth quality, but gain. So the first word was delay. This next one is reflection. And just putting everything into perspective, I would say, so that you can move forward during this month. And then, of course, gain with the 3 of Pentacles. This is cooperation, not just with the 2 of you, but other members, maybe family, good friends. They're wanting to help you. It could be the government because, like I said, money that's been held up, still coming in, little by little, until it's provided and given. So don't be at all surprised. The new moon makes those things happen quicker. And even if it isn't on the same day, which would be this weekend, next week is going to be very, very good. The energies have come through. I've gotten the messages. I've been watching other readers, and it's all thumbs up as far as what's coming up in the next week. But once again, emotional. So, and I think emotional is just wonderful, happy too. Happiness, that elation that we haven't probably felt in so long, bringing tears of happiness. There's gain coming to you, okay? And it could be, like I said, from friends and family that have been supporting you and will continue to. But I see other people involved, and definitely with the earth energy again. Certainly the Taurus is going to be there for you, Leo. So there's that love and that desire to get that money steady and safe and maybe invest in just the perfect thing, right? You'll look over that carefully. So, and lastly, we have the star. I think that really sums it all up. And it makes me emotional, really. The star is represented by the sign of Aquarius, and we have Saturn is retrograde, one of the planets that are retrograde this month in Aquarius. So that's about our discipline, our self-discipline, our restrictive kind of energy. But when planets are in retrograde, they are less energetic, which can be beautiful, especially when it comes to Saturn. So that restriction we've had for the last 3 months, myself still waiting to go back to work, it's being lightened, it's being lifted. And that's what this is saying. So those dreams, those hopes, that North Star that you're focusing on, that you're not going to let go of, with the passion between the 2 of you as a couple, with yourselves, whatever it is, it's coming. It's never anything to let go of. You believe in this, and when you believe it and you feel it, you actually create it. And that's coming up with my other beautiful oracle messages that will just reiterate that to you. How beautiful, right? You've got delay that you already know of, and you have this beautiful reflection of what it is you want. You want that power, you want to keep it, you want to give, you want to help others. People are reaching out more, they're using their hearts to help others now, and it's a beautiful thing. We're seeing it, in many different forms in the community, and it's going to bring you gain, and it's not because you just thought, well, I'll do this and then I'll get this. No, you're doing just the opposite. You're giving just to give, And that's when you get back tenfold. And with help and cooperation from others. And then last but not least, the dream, whatever it is. Maybe it's between the two of you and building your relationship, going to the next step, getting married, getting engaged, taking a trip, having a good time, loving each other. Yeah, supporting each other is so important. And I definitely see that with you too. And, just accepting each other, right? Understanding all the emotional things that have happened. You can just hug it out. Hugs are beautiful. Whoa, that wanted to come right out for you. This is the beautiful oracle that I have and love of the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. She offers me such insight and just this powerful, loving energy that I love to share with all of my viewers. So specifically for the two of you, Taurus and Leos of the world, Gaia's garden, fruition, abundance. Trying to see this, I'm sorry. Reaping what you sow. Number 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9 in numerology. This is about the end of a cycle, But I see and feel so strongly with the Taurus, the reaping and sowing, that determination and the gardens, and you probably have amazing gardens, a lot of you, and you've been attending to them metaphorically or otherwise. And just this strong, beautiful, loving energy between the two of you, but that you've been putting out into the world, and the fruition that's coming from it. The dreams coming through. Your patient has really held off. There have been delays. So let me read to you what the book says about Gaia's garden. Gaia being the Mother Earth, protecting us. And I pray every day. I'm a Reiki Master Practitioner, and I send healing, restorative energy to the entire world and globe. But I also recognize that the prayer to just kind of always keep us safe, protected, Earth, the world, each person. And, we're going to get through all of this. I believe that with everything that I am. In Gaia's garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There's no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Excuse me. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake in all the blessings of life. There will be enough for everyone. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude, as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. Pretty much what we've been talking about, right? That's the messages coming through. I feel like you completely understand this is an innate part of both of your deepest personalities and heartfelt traits. So beautiful, beautiful reading. It does have a story, doesn't it? And so last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation card, creating that life you want, feeling it into reality. We are manifestors every moment of our life. What do you want to manifest as a couple, as a connection, to help the world, to help yourselves, of course, in the end, because that's what happens when you give that out. It comes back. This comes up a lot, but I love it, and it's so important. You've got the king, the crown on top, which is the Leo, the king. You've got the wings, you've got the new moon and the full moon, so it's like the eclipses all in one. The wings of an angel. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me, because it's out there. I have to ask often lately, may I please have some answers? And I wait. Sometimes it comes quickly, sometimes it doesn't, but they one by one have been coming up, and I love that. It's so easy for us, right? I pray that you're doing well, and you're going to stay strong, and you'll get through this, right? You've gotten through everything to this point in your life. with your unity together, there's nothing stopping you. You're both incredibly strong. You know this. And you got to fight the fight, right? So I really appreciate, again, you being here. If you did like what you hear, please push the subscribe button. It's free. Nothing costs anything yet. Still working up on being able to do readings, which I will eventually only do, which I'm really excited about. But that'll be some time. And your help is greatly appreciated. But mostly and importantly now is just to take that time together to breathe and just surrender, let it be, let it go, and recognize all the beautiful things coming through for you. And take good care of yourselves, okay? You're super important. Thanks again. Until next time. Bye for now.